It is Thursday, January 28. Welcome to CGN News. 18-year-old Dante Brooks, the son of Jamaican dancehall entertainer Mavado, has been convicted of murder. The verdict was handed down before the Home Circuit Court on Wednesday. Brooks' co-accused, 23-year-old Andre Hines, was also convicted. They will be sentenced on March 12. The men were convicted for the murder and beheading of Lorenzo Thomas in Cassava Peace, St. Andrew. Prosecutors reported that on June 5, 2018, men carrying guns and machetes invaded Thomas's home. Thomas was shot, beheaded, and his body set ablaze. Prime Minister of Trinidad, Dr. Keith Rowley, has dismissed the motion of no confidence piloted by the opposition in his Ministry of National Security, Stuart Young. He challenged the opposition to instead file the no confidence motion against him. Rowley said that as head of the cabinet, he was taking full responsibility for Young's actions. The PM said Young had never acted on his own, but rather within a well-managed cabinet. The motion was based on Young's handling of the exemption process. Rowley said that to protect this country from the COVID-19 pandemic, steps were taken that were largely displeasing, inconvenient, and at times hurtful, but it was all medicine Trinidad and Tobago needed to take. Outgoing airline passengers now have access to rapid antigen COVID-19 tests at Jamaica's Sangster and Norman Manley International airports. The new feature, operated by Bay West Wellness Clinic and Hospital, will serve passengers traveling to the United States. Bay West is one of 7 local facilities approved by the Ministry of Health and Wellness to carry out COVID-19 tests. MBJ Airports Limited CEO Shane Monroe said the move was critical to making travel as easy as possible. Effective the second week in February, PCR tests will also be available to travelers to the United Kingdom and Canada, which both mandate negative tests on entry into their borders. The Venezuelan authorities have not yet formally asked the Trinidad and Tobago government to arrest and extradite the ringleader of a human trafficking ring reportedly uncovered last week in Venezuela. Venezuela's Attorney General Tarek William Saab said on January 18 that several people, including 2 minors, had been rescued from a human trafficking ring that operates in Trinidad and Tobago. Saab said 11 people were arrested in Tusupita, Venezuela. The organization, he said, was headed by a 30-year-old woman whom he named, who was in Trinidad. He did not clarify whether the legal process of requesting extradition had already begun. Overseas now, U.S. chiefs have warned of a heightened threat of domestic terrorism from people unhappy with the outcome of the November election. The Department of Homeland Security said the January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters may have emboldened some extremists. In an advisory, it warned of a threat from, quote, individuals frustrated with the exercise of governmental authority, end quote. The attack on the U.S. Capitol building came as Congress was meeting to confirm Joe Biden's election victory. A crowd made its way to the Capitol, overwhelming security and storming the building. 5 people, including a Capitol police officer, died in the riot. A controversial near-total ban on abortion in Poland has taken effect, the government announced, with enforcement from midnight on Wednesday. Abortion is now allowed only in cases of rape or incest, or when the pregnancy threatens the life of the mother. The majority of Poles oppose a stricter ban, and demonstrations took place in Polish cities on Wednesday evening, with more planned for today. The court ruled that, quote, an unborn child is a human being, end quote, and it therefore deserves protection under Poland's constitution, which ensures the right to life. Pakistan's Supreme Court has ruled that 4 men convicted of kidnapping and murdering American journalist Daniel Pearl should go free. Pearl was working as the South Asia bureau chief of the Wall Street Journal in 2002 when he was kidnapped while reporting on Richard Reid, the British terrorist known as the Shoe Bomber. Assailants later filmed Pearl's beheading and sent it to United States officials. 4 men were arrested in 2002 and later convicted. Last April, a high court overturned the convictions and in December ordered all four to be set free. But both the Pearl family and the Pakistani authorities appealed to the country's Supreme Court, which on Thursday ruled against them. The United States has flown B-52 bombers over the Middle East, U.S. Central Command CENTCOM said on Wednesday, the third so-called presence patrol so far this year. The flyover was the first since U.S. President Joe Biden took office on January 20. The defensive mission was intended to demonstrate the U.S. military's ability and showcase the U.S. commitment to regional security, the statement said. The flyover comes a day after Israel's top general said the country's military was revising attack plans against Iran and warned Biden against returning to the Iranian nuclear agreement. Tanzanian President John Magufuli says vaccinations against COVID-19 are dangerous and urged citizens to use measures such as steam inhalation. Magufuli has previously questioned the efficacy of imported COVID tests and told people to pray for protection. Quote, vaccinations are dangerous. If white people were able to come up with vaccinations, a vaccination for AIDS would have been found, a vaccination for cancer would have been found by now, end quote, Magufuli said Wednesday. According to Al Jazeera News, a scientist who requested anonymity called the president's statement dangerous. Tanzania's health ministry stopped releasing COVID statistics last April. And finally, a viral photo of U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders at the inauguration of President Joe Biden has helped raise $1.8 million for charity in his home state of Vermont. Sanders announced on Wednesday the money had been raised through merchandise inspired by the image of him sitting cross-legged in a casual jacket, his hands cozy in brown and beige mittens. The image, taken by an AFP photographer, quickly caught the imagination of the internet. Memes dropping Sanders into iconic art pieces, classic album covers, chilling with reggae icon Bob Marley, and popular television shows soon abounded on social media. Sanders put merchandise on his website Thursday night, and the first run sold out in less than 30 minutes. His inauguration wardrobe has also inspired a charitable spin-off. A handmade crocheted doll of Sanders sold for $20,300 on eBay, with the creator pledging to donate all the proceeds to Meals on Wheels. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.